but let's just see. What's new? So this is the expansion pack. This tutorial will show off some of the new features available in Rush Hour. If you're new to SimCity 4, we recommend it. Okay, we've done that. Alright, continue. This city has a variety of transportation problems that will fix using some of the new features that come with Rush Hour. These features include elevated rail, double wide avenues, I use avenues a lot, ferries, new bridges, and more. Our goal is to get the city's traffic flowing smoothly. Let's start off by seeing where the problems are, alright? SimCity 4 Rush Hour provides you with new tools for determining how your transportation networks are being used in the city. One of the most powerful tools is called the route, I don't know, depending on you, route query. Click on the flashing buttons to select on the route query from the transportation tools menu. Alright, let's do that. Hover over buildings and networks with this tool to see the number of people that are commuting and what mode of transportation they are taking. So this helps quite a bit. Like before the Rush Hour expansion, a lot of these numbers were completely obscure, so you don't know what's going on with your transport. I still think they should add the demand. Maybe I can install a mod and have the demand caps more visible. I don't know if a mod like that's available or not. Anyway, click on a building or network to see the actual routes they're taking. No commuters, really? Click on the congested road between residential and industrial zones to see all of the routes going through that area. Okay, I mean, well, basically everyone here is using this road because there's no other roads, right? Cool. And apparently they go all the way to there, and then there's no connection. Wow, how do these shops exist? There's no connection. And these guys, how do they exist? Alright, continue. Why would you place placing your first elevated rail station. With so much traffic going through that narrow corridor, this city is likely to see some long commute times and perhaps some nasty accidents. If you see accidents, that's a pretty good indication that the roads are suffering from high congestion. Okay, that's okay. One option is to put in a mass transit system, such as elevated rail. First step is getting in stations. Actually, it's not. I'll keep going. I'll explain things later on if the tutorial doesn't. Elevated rail station. Really? There? But there's no... The arrow says that way. Like it doesn't join to the road here. Or am I wrong? Drawing an elevated rail line. Now select the elevated rail from the mass transit menu and drag out a line from the elevated rail station to near the residential zone. Oh, no jobs. No jobs because they can't actually get to their work because of the congestion. Leaving room for another station. There are some industrial buildings in the way, but these will automatically be demolished as we draw out the elevated rail line. Alright, so... I mean, it's supposedly elevated rail, but then you still end up demolishing buildings in the way, so I don't understand. You know, because there's the normal rail lines, the normal train tracks there. I don't know what the difference is. Passenger capacity 2000. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep on. So we're gonna draw that. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, we draw that. So that actually did demolish all the factories underneath. So you can't just leave factories underneath the... Like, why would you elevate it if you're not actually going over buildings? I don't understand. One of the benefits of elevated rail is that it can be connected with subway systems. Why is that good? This city already has a... Oh, okay. Already has a subway line. Well, it's cheaper than subways. So let's connect to it. The first step in doing so is placing a subway to elevated transition between the elevated and subway lines. Okay, elevated to subway transitions there. Connected the good work. The final step in hooking up these two systems is to draw a subway line from the subway to elevated transition to the existing subway system. Selecting the subway tool will take us to underground mode where the location indicator will show us where to place the line. Okay, I see. I guess that's why we use it. There's no surface to elevated, and there's no surface to subway, but there is subway to elevated. Interesting. So then we really don't. That subway doesn't do anything. Like people travel from their home to their work. That's all they do. They don't travel from their home to other homes. They don't travel, anywhere else. So a subway station like that doesn't actually do anything because this is all residential. Let me just do what they say. Way to go. Congratulations, we've completed an integrated mass transit system using both subways and elevated rail. Now let's take a look at some other mass transit options. That's not a very good system, really. But it's a tutorial, so okay, let's go. Placing your first monorail. Again, I don't understand what the use of monorail is. Let's see, rail, monorail. I think, let's see, passenger capacity 2000. No, it's still 2000. Is faster or what? It better be faster. Like elevated rail, monorail lines pass over roads so they don't interfere with... Oh, okay, they don't interfere with road traffic. Maybe that's why. And monorail trains are much faster than other types of rail. The downside is that they are more expensive than most other transit options. Okay, monorail. There. Oh, did I miss something? We need another monorail line to complete the system. Like all other stations, monorail stations must be placed next to a road to be of use. Right, okay, that's the use, right. Monorail line in between the two. That's really expensive. Look at those numbers. Wait, what? I did that. Okay. Congratulations! We've completed our monorail system. Now our Sims can speed back and forth to work in the state-of-the-art luxury. Except that they then have to get off and walk in that industrial area, which is kind of sad, really. Now let's take a look at some other transportation options. Placing an avenue. Unfortunately, we've still got a lot of traffic going through that narrow corridor. Actually, we can't do that. A good way to solve this problem is to replace the road with a double wide avenue. Place an avenue in the location shown to proceed, so you can actually build over existing roads. There we go. Excellent. That should take care of that high congestion, but we've spent a lot of money upgrading transportation infrastructure. Let's see how to recoup some of that money. Oh, wait, we can do that? Oh, wow. Toll booths are not so good for congestion, but they're great for subsidizing your transportation infrastructure. I never use these. Maybe I should use more of these just for fun. Let's place a toll booth on our new avenue to generate some revenue. That's terrible. Wow, that's terrible. Very good. That should bring in a good amount of cash. Now we can focus on our efforts on elsewhere in the city. Wow. Okay, I see. So what you can do is, force all the traffic to use one road and then put toll booths all over it. I wonder if that's actually gonna work. Alright, introduction to ferry. So these guys obviously can't get to work because, there's water and there's no road. The industrial district on the left is developing well, but it will stagnate if we don't get workers to move it across the river. And the workers won't move in unless we provide a way for them to get to work. We could build a bridge, but that would be expensive. Being a thrifty mayor means knowing when to spend money and when to skimp. The first step is to place a ferry terminal near the industrial zone. Make sure that the terminal is next to a road that connects with the industrial businesses. Okay. Roads are important, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Like, you need roads to connect anything. Yeah, but okay, there we go. Great. Placing second ferry terminal. Now that we've placed the first ferry terminal, we need to place a second one to complete the trips. This one needs to go by our residential zone, alright? Place it there. Good, now that we have our ferry terminals in place, we can watch as Sims begin to move into our residential zone and commute to jobs across the river using the new ferry system. Does the ferry... does it carry cars? Oh crap. I'll check that later. Alright, do that. After a short period of time, you should see our residential zones begin to develop. Once things are looking good, click on the Rhino speed below to slow the simulation back down. They still can't get to work. I mean, there's road traffic. I guess there's a car park here, so they can transition from cars to ferry. Oh wait, it's a car ferry. My bad. Yeah, the cars can actually go there. Ah, I see what this ferry does. Yeah, so the cars can drive straight onto the ship. Apparently. I mean, it takes like months to get across that river, by the way. But that's okay. Alright, so now that's all completely built up. These guys still don't have jobs, because they still can't get to work. Alright. Building a bridge. Ferries are fine for cities with small coffers, but we're loaded so go ahead and build a bridge. You just said we're not building a bridge. Start by selecting an avenue tool. Wow. Using the select a bridge tool. Now drag out an avenue on the highlighted area. Be sure to go across the water. Once complete, a window will be displayed that allows you to choose from a list of bridges. Like that. Choose one from the list and press accept. So we can have a suspension bridge. You can have what was it called? Large steel arch, stone arch, cable stayed, medium suspension, small steel arch, cantilever truss. I don't know how many engineers are watching this video. You'll be really excited. The under truss? That's an ugly ass bridge. It's kinda efficient though. Over deck truss. Some of these are really ugly, to be honest. Medium suspension, long suspension. And they're all the same price too, that's kinda funny. So it's purely cosmetic. Cable stayed. I think engineers will love this the most, I'm not sure though. Let's go with cable stayed. Yeah, we love this. We can lower the height. Oh, we can raise the height. Okay, let's just keep it low. We don't need it too high. Alright, accept. Nice bridge! That's a fancy looking bridge, yes it is. Now the residents can cross the river and do some shopping. Wow. All that for some shopping. Now that our transportation problems are a thing of the past, let's focus on some of the features that will help our growing city. There's still no road joining that area to this network. Crazy. As our city grows, the stress on our education system will increase. To help out with that, we've provided new high-capacity schools. That's a really useful addition. So it used to be we don't have the large elementary schools. Usually we only have that one, and that gets over capacity really quick. So this thing educates more people. Placing a large water pump. I never used these before, I don't think. Maybe once or twice. So again, just these high capacity buildings, like they encourage you to go for New York, to go for this really massive cities and just grow and grow. But then the civic buildings they give you don't actually handle that capacity very well, which is kind of funny. But now they do with the expansion. Building styles, this is not that useful. I mean, you can choose different styles of buildings, but it doesn't really matter. Signs and labels, again, we don't really care about that. Or maybe this will be useful in the playthroughs to highlight things. So you're gonna say industry smells because it does. It might be useful. Wait, didn't I do that? Oh, labels. Oh, we can labels. I can't see it because there's too much. Oh, no U. There we go. So you can label your streets apparently. Remove, remove. Alright, continue. That's not all that useful. Toggle signs on and off. Okay. Continue. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not gonna do you drive it. Alright. So that's this tutorial. Let me just. What did I say I want to check? Alright, let's just check the things we've actually built. So the school. So you see the capacity is pretty huge. Up to 3,000 there. Up to 3.3 thousand. Let's just lower that. I don't really care about this, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. The school bus is way too big. There we go. So we're getting way getting way more water than we're using. We're gonna demolish that. Let's check the toll booth. Service quality, capacity used 201. Monthly maintenance, actual usage, global funding. Hold on, it doesn't actually tell us what money it's bringing in. Can I... Where's my budget? Transportation department. Wow, that toll booth is making $356 a month. That's huge. Okay, back. So the subway station capacity is 2,000, usage is 400. That's not too bad actually. Capacity 2,000, usage 350. That's not too bad. Capacity 2,000, usage 7,000. I mean 700. My bad. It's not too bad. It's not great though. But it's not too bad. Monorail. Capacity is 2,000, usage is 57. That's terrible. I really should demolish that because that's actually a complete waste of money. Power plant is humming along really well. We don't need that much power. There's a waste to energy plant here as well. The ferry is actual usage 44. Again, not great, is it? Let me build a road there and then demolish that. What is this? A library? Interesting. And let's just check the traffic. Okay, that's terrible. That's all terrible. That's really bad. Can upgrade the roads. This is all completely a waste of time. I don't really need to do this. So that's terrible there. I guess we should do something about... I mean... Probably... No. Should probably do something about... Don't think that'll help too much though. What is... Yeah, okay, I see what's going on there. So all of these roads need to be... These streets need to be upgraded into roads. I should stop wasting time. I'm just kind of wasting time here. I'll stop. This tutorial is not great. Like, it's not actually teaching you the best things to do. Alright. Exit. So those are tutorials. The tutorials, aside from the rush hour one, are actually pretty good, I think. They do teach you some of the basics, and if you really pay attention, then you'll figure things out. If you're not paying attention, you might actually miss a lot of important information. Alright, so I end this here. I think I have to cut that into 2 videos at least. Alright. Oh, I don't... Like, if you have any questions, if you have any kind of things about cities that you want to ask, or that you want me to show in this game, feel free to leave comments and then ask me. And I'll try to address them in future videos. Because I've got some idea about some things I want to talk about, but then I'm not too sure how much I actually have to talk about. Alright, see you guys.